All right. Shall we start with the classic? Oh, look at that. Perfect. You're the people that we'll actually be looking at. You guys are a little bit... These guys are a little bit tricky. But, yeah, I don't mind getting a bit of a kick in my neck.
Good evening.
Good evening. Alrighty, so my name is Mal Webb, and this is Kylie Morrigan.
Hello.
We're gonna start with something kind of a bit farty, because I've got a loop recorder, so I can go, hi everyone, hi everyone, hi everyone, hi everyone. Good for little kids, so they can go, Mom, I'm hungry. 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 That sort of thing. Anyway, but let's not do that because that's just downright annoying. And we'll do something that's slightly more musical. Here we go. Now, when you play trumpet and trombone, you're buzzing your lips like. But if you go lower, you can use it to get bass lines with your lips. So I'm going to do that with this song. This is all just my face, I promise. I'm going to use the big one first. It's a plastic trombone for just so you know. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. No, rubbish. I can do that better. Okay, physics time. Anyone ready for some physics? We got any physics fans out there? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I'm gonna do the whole thing. Physics time. Every oscillator needs a resonator to find that perfect key. Freak out on that frequency. Reach a sonic boom in tune with the room. Sweet harmonics up above. It's the sound of love. Make a little note. Ooh. Okay, so when I say make a little note, can I go ooh? You ready? Make a little note. Ooh. Great. When I say make a little noise, can I go like that? Make a little noise. Great, lovely. And then when I say make a little nothing, exactly. Make a little nothing. Then do it again. Make a little note. Ooh. Make a little noise. Make a little nothing. Then do it again. It's the love of sound. It's the sound of love. It's the love of sound. It's the sound of love. It's the love of sound. It's the sound of love. Overtones on a drone, moan and groan in the zone. The beats kicking a riff, a loop, a lick into a groove. Deep and embracing, hearts racing, chasing passions, waves crashing above. It's the sound of love. Make a little note, ooh, make a little noise, make a little nothing. Then do it again. Make a little note, ooh, make a little noise, make a little nothing. Then do it again. It's the love of sound. It's the sound of love. It's the love of sound. It's the sound of love. It's the love of sound. It's the sound of love. It's the love of sound. It's the sound of love. Just follow the sound. It's the sound of love. Just follow the sound. It's the sound of love. Just follow. Well, thank you very much.
We could do ad for beer.
I think we should ad for beer. This is a song
Yeah.
called Ad for Beer. We don't
It's sort
drink.
of, yeah, in Australia, it's a bit different, isn't it? Pubs in Australia are nowhere near as nice as English pubs. We love English pubs. And
Yeah,
actually, we just played yesterday at the Square in Compass, and they said to say hello to you all. Alex says hi.
He's a lovely chap.
It's great there, isn't it? It's so beautiful.
Alrighty, so this is a guitar, in case you've been looking at this thing going, what the hell is that thing? It's just as small as a guitar can still be a guitar. Isn't that lovely? And I've got to throw an octaver as well, just in case. Oh, here we go. Just a bit of extra bottoming. Okay, so this is a song called Ad for Beer, because I was once told by a pub owner, yeah, I'd give you a gig, except, because I love your music, except your music isn't a good ad for beer. Your kind of music doesn't make people want to drink. And I went, oh, it's unfortunate, isn't it? But then I thought, well, hang on, there's lots of things I'm happy to be an ad for, more than just being an ad for beer. So this is a song about all the things, all the places I love to play, as well as all the places, all the things I'm happy to be an ad for as well. So this starts with a 4-part harmony. And it's a 4-part harmony with our 2 voices and Kai's violin doing a normal 3-part. And then my 4th part on the guitar's doing all the interesting notes that makes it a close harmony. And so check out the guitar part's ridiculous. But anyway.
And it does happen to have 4 beer ads hidden in it.
Yeah, good point.
Australian beer ads.
Yeah, so are there any Australians here who know any Australian beer ads? You won't get
Don't
them
worry.
anyway. But there you go. I thought I'd stick them in there just
They're encoded.
for the purpose of irony. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Rainbow Hotel gigs for me one on. Chick the owner was so sincere. I love your music, it's clever and fun, but it's not a good ad for beer. Thanks a lot, chick, I declared with glee. Your phraseology makes it clear there must be active venues for me, and I don't wanna be an ad for beer. Pot of dog, smell of fire, ride a bike, trading Brussels sprouts and the like. Have a sing, community, sail a boat. They're the things I prefer promoting. Ching. Now I play schools, halls and festivals. Bring the family, have no fear. See and hear clearly, and best of all, I don't need to be an ad for beer. Here we go. Pot of flour, ride a dog, smell a bike, trading Brussels sprouts and the like. Have a sing, peanutty, sail a boat. They're the things I prefer promoting. Ching. I don't mean to be a pious git. You do what you like, and I'll be here playing my music in places where it doesn't need to be an ad for beer, 'cause I don't wanna be an ad for beer. No, I don't wanna be an ad for beer. Cheers. Oh, thank you very much. Drink up, everyone. Get it into you. Alrighty. Now, we've done a bit of looping and we've done a bit of instrumenty stuff, and I think it'd be nice to do something which is just my face and Kai's violin. And you might notice Kai's violin has 5 strings. So it's a 5-string. So it's like a viola and a violin in one. Okay, so this is a song called Urfus. Now, Urfus is a word that I made up, and it stands for Unfortunate Resting Facial Expression Syndrome. So you know when someone's sort of, if you're performing and someone in the audience is like, and you just look at their face all the time going, are they actually enjoying this? And then they come up afterwards and go, that was great. And say, could you let your face know? Anyway, so there's a little song dedicated to that face, but also to a couple of other little social syndromes that I've come up with, including Nelbgarius, the never-ending leaf blower, get a rake you idiot syndrome. Anyway, which particularly for some odd reason, everyone's gone nuts for leaf blowers in Australia. But anyway, Here we go. I don't need the guitar for this. I'm going to put it down. Okay. Now for this song, I'm going to do some sideways yodeling. Now normal yodeling's like this. Yodelee, yodelee, where you're going from your man voice to little kid voice, man voice, little kid, yodelee. That's yodeling, yeah? But if you bring those notes together, yodelee, you can yodel on one note. Sideways yodeling. And then you can yodel the wrong way. I seem to be the only person in the world who's practiced it. I'm not sure why. It's kind of fun. But a lot of beatboxers are getting into it nowadays, and they call it double voice. So, it's pretty much just sideways yodeling. So we're going to feature that in this song. Here we go. You ready, Kai? Sorry if I'm covering up Kai a little bit here. I'll keep moving back and forth. What's that?
I went back, so you go forward and I'll
Oh, really?
go back.
Okay. Because these guys aren't blocked by you at all, so I reckon you come forward a bit. Yeah, no. Okay. Keep doing the dance for these guys. Yeah, great. Here we go. One. There's a woman in the crowd who doesn't seem to like the show. Then again, maybe she loves it, but hasn't let her face know. Then that's Earth's unfortunate resting facial expression syndrome. Done, that's Earth's, and you know it. You're seeing the same. No, it's got a name. I'm sitting at the airport. I'm flying at the top. No, hang on. I'm on an escalator. I'm arriving at the top. There's a 7-person pile up. When the guys in front stop, pop, pop. Done, that's ESAPS, and the escalator ending. Stop and ponder syndrome. Done, that's ESAPS, and you know it. You're seeing the same. Now it's got a name. Now I'm sitting at the airport, and my flights go through. People stampede like elephants, just to stand in a queue. Then that's twills, unnecessary racing to wait in line syndrome. And there's twalpus, the texting, walking, and lamppost interface syndrome. And there's Nelgarius, the never-ending leaf blower, get a rake, you idiot syndrome. And there's Mercis, the making up ridiculous syndrome, acronym syndrome. Like Earthus, and you know it, seeing the same, no, it's got a name. Dong. All right. Well, what do you reckon next? Ooh. Now, has anyone seen us before? You guys have seen us before. Well, you've seen us before. You've never seen. I've never seen you in my entire life.
I don't know you at all.
So if you've got any requests, let me know. As in requests for songs that we do, because otherwise it'd be kind of pointless. But for those who have seen us before, you can request what we do. But apart from that, we've got a couple of newies. We haven't been in England for 4 years. 4 years. So yeah, we had planned to come in 2020, and we know what happened to that. And so it's been lovely to actually be back here.
Yeah.
And so actually, maybe we should do one of those songs.
Which songs?
Do you have one of those 2020 songs?
One of the crazy ones.
I reckon we should just go in hard straight away.
Okay. You might have noticed it's, we don't play your usual kind of songs, and this is definitely not your usual kind of song.
And we're really actually quite crap background music, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. Now, you probably know a little bit of music theory, and that most songs are in 4. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Occasional songs are in 3, quite a lot in 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, waltzes and stuff. But about 3 times in the history of music, there's something's come along in 5 that's quite famous. Actually, about 4 times if you count Holst, the planets. Anyway, which wasn't a massive hit. But in terms of big hits, we've got Mission Impossible, so dun 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 dun. So that's in 5, yeah. And you might not know this, that when Lalo Schifrin composed that, he based that riff dun 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 dun, which is like long, long, short, short, long, long, short, short, which is the Morse code for MI, Mission Impossible. Isn't that gorgeous? Very clever man. We love that guy. Anyway, so that's probably one of the most famous 5 things. There's also which is called Take 5 by Paul Desmond, played by Dave Brubeck. And but there's also everything's all right, yes, everything's fine, and I want you to sleep well tonight. You know that song? Yeah. Okay, so that one. When I was a kid growing up listening to that song, I go, oh, it's in 5, that's cool. And then one of the guys who sang it in Australia, in the Australian version, he used to go, surely you're not saying we have the result. And he put dotted quavers or 4 against 3. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And at about the age of 13, it suddenly dawned on me, hey, you could keep that going and do 3 against 2 and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, which is kind of 7 against 5. It's kind of a ridiculous thing to do. And there's probably a few maths heads going, no, that's not an even 7 against 5 because 4 against 3 is 0.75 and 3 against 2 is 0.666. Okay, so you just got to rush the first bit to get the maths right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. You're done. Okay, so this song is in 7 with 5 over it. Let's put that down. Here we go. There we go, that's just 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 4 and a 3 and a 4 and a 3 and a 4 and a 3 and a 4, yeah? So let's put 5 against that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Here we go. There you go, 5 against 7. Hours of fun. Why wouldn't more people do that? It just makes you want to dance. Shit. Whoa. Okay. And that's 3 against the whole thing, yeah? Okay, now I'm going to put a little squeak hoop bed against this. Here we go. Now the reason for that is because this is a song about an earthworm. Ooh. But tell us about the earthworm, Kai.
Yes, well, so a couple of years ago, a woman rang up Mal and said, could you please write a song for an album for kids that I'm doing about endangered species? And she said, so you have to choose a species to write a song about. But she said, all the cute ones are taken, which is ridiculous, really, because, you know, we don't just care about the cute species. We've got to care about all the species. All the species. Anyway, Mal ended up choosing the giant Gippsland earthworm.
What's that, Kylie?
Yes, well, it's very well named. It's an earthworm, and it's giant. How giant do you think an earthworm might get?
That big? That big?
It's like up to 3 metres long. Somewhere between 1 and 3 metres long. They're enormous.
That's the correct response. Her jaw actually dropped.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yes, no, 3 metres long.
Yeah, they are huge. And they live underground in Gippsland, which is near where we live in Melbourne at the bottom of Australia. And they live in heavy clay soils. And that's the reason they're endangered, because it's farming land and the cows have been compacting the soil where they crawl. They make burrows through the clay. And so you don't really see them, of course, because they're worms. They live underground. But you might hear them if you stand very still. You might hear something like...
What do they sound like?
Yeah, that's the sing-along part.
That's your part. Yeah. So if you can help us out, that's what to join in. There's also another sing-along part because, of course, diversity is what it's all about. And so I've... This is an Mbira. I'll do the introduction to the Mbira a little bit later. It's a Zimbabwean thumb piano, but we'll introduce it properly in a moment. But so the sing-along part goes, diversity is what it's all about.
Diversity is what it's all about.
Okay, so you get the slow version and the fast version. So do you want to try it? Diversity is what it's all about.
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 You get the idea. But each time you sing it, you have to sing it in a different voice because diversity is what it's all about. So you have to go, diversity is what it's all about.
Diversity is what it's all about.
Diversity is what it's all about. So as many different voices you can do. Good luck with it. Okay, here we go. Let's do the song. This has way too much information in it, all about the giant Gippsland earthworm. So you don't need to take notes. There will not be a test at the end of this. Not cute and furry like a koala, nor as majestic as a blue whale. Evolution's not just a beauty contest where being boring's a fail. But we humans help some endangered species much more. Just 'cause they're gorgeous, it's survival of the fair featuredest. Unnatural selection. They net all the affection, while others don't get more than a mention. So if you live in a dark, damp place and don't have a face, your plight as a threatened entity might not attract much attention. So let the giant Gippsland earthworm remind us from the start that in nature every creature plays a part. Create a movement underground and make that groovy gurgling sound. Let it be a call to arms to those without. Diversity is what it's all about, yeah.
Diversity is what it's all about.
Diversity is what it's all about. The giant Gippsland earthworm in Bunurong is called Carmine. Takes 5 years to mature, then makes one baby at a time. That's why Megascaletus australis needs us to guard its habitat. And being 1 to 3 meters long, it needs rather a lot of that. So let the giant Gippsland earthworm remind us from the start that in nature every creature plays a part. Every fungus, plant and microbe has a mighty vital role, you know, as populations flow and ebb in this symbiotic web. Let's pump it up, here we go. With parasites and diseases, though they don't please us, they have their reasons, just like the seasons and the bacteria in your guts. We're poisoning, pests and overcleaning, excessively intervening. We need some weaning before the door to nature's way shuts. Yeah, like the soil, the seas, and you and me. We need balance in what we think, balance in what we do, balance in how we move. They can't just have pavlova. Balance in what we grow, balance in what we know, balance in how we move. Otherwise you just fall over. It's true. But these underground dwellers are down-to-earth fellas, they can't fall any further. Although if that's a metaphor, then numbers need some more, so up's the way to go. So let the giant Gippsland earthworm remind us every day. May its largeness bring largesse in every way. Create a movement underground and make that groovy gurgling sound. Let it be a call to arms to those without. Diversity is what it's all about. 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 Thank you.
Stevie, how's the balance going? It's
Are you happy?
Great.
Yeah, great.
We've given Stevie one line. All our stuff is going through here. So if there's anything wrong with the sound, it's totally our fault.
Because by the end, but the last song we're going to do loops everything we do. So I've got for those who like a bit of tech, I've got the desk set up. So if I pan right, it goes to the loopers, and if I pan left, it goes to the desk. So it means I can choose what I'm looping.
It might not be the last song. We might do it earlier.
We could do it.
That
do you
would
want
be
to just do it now?
outrageous. We could.
Nah, not yet.
Okay.
They're not ready for that. Maybe. Hey, do you want
Nobody's
to do
ready for
Cobbler?
Yeah, cool.
This is Kylie Morrigan. Now, Kylie Morrigan used to play in Orchestra Victoria, which was the opera and ballet orchestra in Victoria, where we come from in Australia.
I'm a recovering orchestral player.
And when she had kids, she decided to not play so much, and so she started doing freelance gigs. And while she was doing that, she played for Stevie Wonder. I know. She also played for Barry White. I know. She played for Dame Shirley Bassey. Exactly. Yes. So you're amongst old people. And she also played for Led Zeppelin. Oh, come on. Surely you know them. Exactly. Come on. So, but now she plays with me.
It was a very long time ago.
Yeah. So now I get to play with Kylie Morrigan, which is very exciting. And she's going to sing a song for you now. So this whole singing, playing thing, it's relatively new to her. Relatively. But yeah, I'm going to move back so we get to see the full glory of Kylie Morrigan as she sings lead.
So it's a song that Mal wrote, because all the songs we're playing Mal wrote, because he's a little bit clever like that.
Stop it.
And he was asked to write a gospel song at a festival in Australia, and so this is Mal's version of a gospel song, which is
not gospel at all.
Kind of gospel, but not really at all. So it's from the perspective of a woman who's looking for her perfect man, and she goes through all the different professions until she settles on the shoemaker.
Oh, the cobbler.
Yes.
That's right. This has a lot of puns in it. If you don't like puns, get out.
Block your ears.
This is very pun heavy, and I apologise, but I don't actually apologise at all. Yeah, a little bit closer. Okay, you ready, Kai?
My mama said, girl, find a man with a profession.
Oh, tell me about it, girl.
But having done research, I must make this confession.
Oh, gosh, what's that?
Of the many men who wooed me with their skill and art, only one was a shoo-in to win my heart.
Yeah, girl.
The busker made a lot of sense.
Wait, I don't understand that.
Well, he was busking and people were throwing coins.
Oh, like pence,
cents,
but
pence here, but...
Okay, keep going.
Yeah. And the camper, his love was intense.
I don't get that one either. What's that?
Intense, you know, like...
Oh, in a tent. Oh,
camping
okay.
Yeah.
I think I can keep up now.
The gardener was a bit too weedy. The baker was a bit too needy. Though he was a good role model. But the cobbler, a young strapping toe-tapping cobbler, he healed me, he made me whole. The cobbler saved my soul. Sing with me, boys.
The cobbler saved my soul.
And now the girls. The cobbler saved my soul. All together now. The cobbler saved my soul.
Thanks, kids. Yeah. That was good. That was beautiful. First time. Amazing.
The goldsmith had a lot of guilt, and the draftsman, he wasn't really built. The banker held some interest for me. The miner dug me well, but he bore me, though he was down to earth. But the cobbler, the young strapping toe-tapping cobbler, he healed me, he made me whole. The cobbler saved my soul. Come on, boys.
The cobbler saved my soul.
Now the girls. The cobbler saved my soul. Everybody, the cobbler saved my soul. Well, he'll be my beau in lace and leather. May we stay in step together. The high-kicking, heel-clicking, boot-licking, tongue-flicking cobbler saved my soul.
Yeah,
Come on, boys.
The cobbler saved my soul.
Now the girls. The cobbler saved my soul. Everybody now. The cobbler saved my soul.
What you got here? Did anyone recognize that? Oh, what is it? Oh, it's The Lark Ascending by Vaughan Williams. Ooh, a bit of culture.
For no reason.
Yeah, for no reason at all.
The last verse, ready?
Oh, yeah, last verse. I'm very proud of this. Keep up. Here we go.
The dog catcher led me astray.
Led me astray? Yeah.
And the carpet man had shag piles to lay.
Shag piles, don't think about it.
The tattooist really had designs on me. The carpenter saw me once and still pines for me. I just don't think it would work.
But the
The cobbler, the young strapping toe-tapping cobbler, he healed me, he made me whole. The cobbler saved my soul. Last chance, boys.
cobbler saved my soul.
Come
Yeah,
on,
baby.
girls. The cobbler saved my soul. Everybody sing.
The cobbler saved my
soul.
Yeah, girl. Alrighty. Pack rack. Yeah, good idea. Alright.
Speaking of puns.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't say that.
For those haven't seen one of these before, this is an imbira. Has everyone seen an imbira before? This is going to be really hard to do in the round, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, so this is an imbira. It comes from Zimbabwe in Africa. Does everyone know where Zimbabwe is? Hang on, I can show you. Imagine my head is a map of Africa. There we go. And so this is South Africa down here, Morocco's up here, England's up here, Australia's down here. It was a penal colony. Oh, yeah. And then up here we have the Sahara Desert. Nothing much grows there. Used to be Harare, but not anymore. And then over here we have Egypt, which when I'm a little bit stressed, I get little pyramids up there. That's why I play the trumpet too, because I find the Tutankhamun. It's all right, it gets worse. Now, let's follow the path of denial. Even better, let's go for Rwanda down the path of denial, across to Zaire. Oh, it's not Zaire anymore. You can't go there anymore. But in the sun, it's Tanzania. Over here, we have Mozambique, Ivory Coast, Libya, Botswana.
Hey, Mal.
What?
Does Botswana border Djibouti?
Djibouti. Yeah.
Hey, Mal.
Yeah.
Mali.
Mali.
Malawi, going to go to Zimbabwe.
Malawi, yeah.
Somalia, you're going to show us where Zimbabwe is.
Somalia, yeah.
Kenya.
Well, I'm Ghana. I do gab on a bit. But if you want to complain, you're going to have to book in a fuss, okay? Oh, that's obscure. Hang on, is there a place we haven't been in yet? One we've forgotten to go to? That's right, Zimbabwe, down here on my lower lip. Now, Namibia, another one's possible. Namibia, anyway. Now, there's probably a few people listening to this going, what the hell is this? It's a joke, okay? It's a freaking joke. African joke. Yeah.
And Mal, I think that perhaps you have an Algeria motive in all this. Saying all these puns makes the tune easier to play.
Tunisia. Yeah, great. I am trying to dodge a bit so you can see Kai as well. I feel
I'm moving, don't worry.
Okay,
it's fine.
I can't go blocking Kylie Morrigan. Anyway, so this is the Imbira. And the song I'm going to sing is a song that was originally about my car, which was a sedan. And it was on LPG, Mad, a gas car. Yeah, but it wasn't really mine, I'll be honest. I didn't necessarily own it. There we go, done. That's enough Africa jokes, that's quite enough. Okay, so, but I changed it from being... oh, stop it, you're out of control. I changed it from being about my car to being about my bicycle, so here we go. And you need to know that in Australia, the rack on the back of a bicycle, we call that a pack rack. Okay, so the pack rack, you need to know that because that's what the entire song is about. Here we go. Oh, dropped out. I'd have to detune my Imbira, hang on. Blue tack, the power of blue tack. My bike doesn't have titanium toe clips. My bike doesn't have a 7-gram frame. My bike's mainly held together with blue tack. My bike's name is particularly lame, but my bike's got a nice pack rack, bright and shiny and new. It really is a very nice pack rack to carry my love to you. Oh, it's a love song. Okay, now it gets weird. My bike's tires look like barbecued sausages. My bike's seat is infested with ants. My bike's 10-speed, but only one's working. My bike's chain keeps eating my pants. Now, you need to know that in Australia, we call trousers pants. And so that last verse makes no sense. Anyway, here we go. But my bike's got a nice pack rack. Sing along. Bright and shiny and new. Yeah, you guys are good. Really has a very nice pack rack to carry my love to you. Okay, now the last verse is a bit tricky. I'll explain it as we go along. And then we'll have the sing-along part. Here we go. My bike's giving me a muddy back guarantee. A muddy back? Guarantee. Yeah. My bike ought to get the Nobel Prize. It's got Nobel. Yeah. My bike's brakes break and fail to stop braking. My bike's a wheelbarrow in disguise. But my bike's got a nice pack rack. Sing along. Bright and shiny and new. Lovely. It really has a very nice pack rack to carry my love to you. Up the octave for the girls. My bike's got a nice pack rack. Oh my God. Bright and shiny and new. It really has a very nice pack rack. Oh my God. To carry my love to you. Okay, down the octave for the boys. Come on, lads. My bike's got a nice pack rack. Bright and shiny and you ripper fellas. It really has a very nice pack rack to carry my love to you. Okay, let's do it short for the short people. You ready? Okay, now let's do it backward for the people who like recycling. You ready? This is backwards. Here we go. Caps on your livery. Caps on a dog's cap. Do you believe me? I can prove it. Hang on. Okay, so on my phone I have a backwards app, which means I can reverse stuff and play stuff backwards. So I'll just hang on. I forgot my password. Here we go. Here we go. Now, so this backwards app, it's kind of cool. It's called Backwards. No, what's it called? Say it backwards. Here we go. So if you say the word backwards, it's pretty cool. I'll just demonstrate it. So if I say backwards.
Snow cap.
So it sounds like snow cap. Yeah. So if I say snow cap.
Backwards.
Yeah, it sounds like backwards. So if you say backwards snow cap, it should sound the same. Check it out. Backwards snow cap.
Backwards snow cap.
Yeah. If you say snow cap backwards, again, snow cap backwards.
Snow cap backwards.
Yeah. And if you say funny enough, it's the same. Funny enough.
Funny enough.
And if you say ominous cinema, this is the best one. Ominous cinema.
Ominous cinema.
Oh. So it's very worth getting this app because it's a lot of fun. But anyway, we've learned how to do my song backwards, and including the Imbira part. This took way too long to learn. And we'll do it acoustic. We'll do it acoustic so you can hear it's actually just the phone hearing the Imbira and hearing the violin and my voice acoustic. Here we go. You ready? Used by Amiract, caps on your Vicent livery. It ain't no snit up. Caps on a dog's yap. You ready? It's not a trick, this is real. Okay.
My bike's on a slacker. My attention is new. Really has a very nice slacker. Carry my love to you.
That took way too much practice. Now, how many people here, does anyone here speak German? Got any German speakers? Hi, up the back? Yeah, cool. Yeah, great. For those who don't speak German, the word for bicycle in German is Fahrrad. Can everyone say Fahrrad?
Fahrrad.
Yeah, it's a pretty language. Here we go. Mein Fahrrad hat einen schönen Gepäckträger, der glänzt wie ein leuchtender Stern. Es hat echt den Toast, den Gepäckträger, der bringt meine Liebe dir gern. Oh, it's quite poetic, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, now, does anyone here speak Maori, the New Zealand language? No, interestingly. Yeah, so, are you from New Zealand? Nah. Okay, so, the first time I had this translated into Maori for me by a woman called Marla Summerson. So it's properly in Maori. And the first time we performed it was at a school in Rotorua. And there's kids up the back, like they were kind of tough rugby playing Maori kids. And it's like, don't mess with them. And so I said, guys, if you think I should never do this again, let me know and I won't. And so they were sitting while we were performing like this. And at the end they all went like that. Anyway, so here's our Maori version. E pai pakaraku toku pai kara. Auma pia tatama. Auma pia tatama. Tina pai arawata. Tina pai arawata ni pakaraka. Hikatia taku. Araki e kwe. Thank you. Now, having done a New Zealand version, I have to do an Australian one. And you might not realise there used to be about 100 or more different Aboriginal languages, a lot of different, and they're quite different. Everyone goes, oh, they're just dialects, not different languages. Australia was quite a diverse culture until English people came along. So no offence, but as part of the English people that came
Yeah,
along,
my ancestors.
we
Oops.
apologise for that. But anyway, so we've had it translated into the Aranda language, which was from around Alice Springs. And it's still quite a strong first language. It's spoken by about 3,000, 4,000 people. So it's pretty strong first language. And to say Aranda is hard enough as it is, because you have to roll an R and then it's Aranda. You go straight from a rolled R to a R, yeah? Aranda. Do you want to try it? Aranda. Yeah, cool. Now, the last line, to carry my love to you, when I asked Mary Flynn, the woman who translated it, I said, how do you say to carry my love to you? And she said, Dagwadachanangongwanagom. I went, okay. Did you just say Dagwadachanangongwanagom? And she said, no. That means to carry my love to flies. Yeah, so you have to get it right. You did right. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to teach you how to do some fake didgeridoo. So can everyone do croaky voice? Go, like that. And then go, nga, nga, nga.
Nga, nga, nga.
And they go, wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah.
And they go with your tongue. And then combine all that and go. Yeah, cool. So I'm going to record a bit of that. Oh, stop it. I'll record a bit of that and then we'll do the Aranda version of Pack Rack for you. Here we go. There you go. All right. Okay. So let's do the French version. Anyone speak French? Oh yeah? Cool. Okay, so this is a do-it-yourself music box. So it's like a player piano music box. It's kind of cool. So you can punch holes in a bit of paper and run it through it, and it plays whatever tune you like. For some odd reason, this is in A flat. I'm not sure why they choose that key, but I haven't got perfect pitch, so that's fine. Yeah, imagine being someone, Jacob Collier or someone, having to put up with that. Oh, terrible. Anyway, I need my guitar for this. Tell them about it, Kai.
Oh, okay. Well, it's we have to imagine that you're on the banks of the Seine River in Paris, and Mal is the organ grinder with a minky on his shoulder.
Minky, yeah.
A minky. And yes, I will recite the words en français.
In a sultry manner.
Oh, in a sultry manner. Okay.
Yes, so I'm going to put the music box on my pickup of my guitar so you can hear it. Okay, I think we're good. You ready, Kai?
Oui.
Oh, here we go.
Mon valet a un joli porte-bagages, brillant et lumineux et nouveau. Il a vraiment un très joli porte-bagages pour porter mon amour jusqu'à toi.
Beautiful, Carly. All right. Okay, now, does anyone speak Bulgarian? We've got a lot of countries. I've been a lot of places. So, Bulgarian. It's a lovely language. And the word for really cool in Bulgarian is strahotny. Can everyone say strahotny? You got to do that. Strahotny. Okay, so we're going to do a reggae version because apparently Bulgarian people love reggae, it turned out, when we were over there. And so this is the... but we're also going to do a more traditional Bulgarian version, which is in 7/8. We're going to do it in 7. And we're also going to... When you sing Bulgarian traditional music, you have to kind of sing like a goat. It's a very goat-like singing style. And so it goes like this. And so feel free to go strahotny at any point. Here we go.
Strahotny.
Колелото ми махуба багажник, ярък блестящи, но това е един прекрасен багажник, с който ще доведа моето любов.
Колелото ми махуба багажник, ярък блестящи, но това е един прекрасен багажник, с който ще доведа моята любов.
There you go.
Strahotny. Yes, thank you.
Okay, now does anyone speak Icelandic? Okay, so yeah, we had it translated into... We did a permaculture conference. We play in a permaculture band called Formidable Vegetable, and we did a permaculture conference in Iceland. And...
Yes, well, we were only there for a few days, and there was a woman there who we asked to translate it. She was a poet, an Icelandic poet. And she was really struggling to get it to rhyme and to scan well. And just before we left, she came running up and she's like, oh, I've got it, it's really cool. She said, but I have to change the last line, so otherwise it won't rhyme. So instead of saying to carry my love to you, it's to carry my love to you and your family.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
So sweet.
So we're going to do it in the style of late 90s Björk. So here we go.
Jollenit, eller flatten böglebära. Bäst sina del som stjärna. Vem är rosile, flatten böglebära. Tell auf Lady Austin, mina togtin, out den av Anna. Your family!
Alrighty. Now I think we better do the another Australian version. We're going to do the Auslan version. Now, so this is the Australian Sign Language. So rub your hands together. Okay, this is the warm up your voices. And so it goes like this. It goes, my bike's got a nice... that's not nice. You go, nice. Letter N, nice, yeah. Okay, now the sign for Packrack, the woman who translated it, Jodie Mundy, who's an amazing performer herself. She's a coder. Her whole family are deaf except for her, and so signing's her first language, which is pretty cool. And she said, look, why don't you, there is no sign in Auslan, so you're going to have to make up a sign for Packrack. But this girl at a gig said, hey, I know, why don't you make it pack, like six-pack, and rack? So that's our sign for Packrack. Yeah. For the kids that like a spice rack. Yeah. So let's go through it all together. So it goes, my bike's got a nice pack rack. Yeah. Bright and shiny and new. Then to turn that hand over, it really has a very, keep up, nice pack rack. Yeah. To carry my love to you. Aww. Now, a few people did have trouble keeping up, so that's all right. We'll do it again. And I'm going to move that so I can do an interpretive dance version of it over here. And Kai's going to accompany me on violin. And at the end, if you can give me a clap, but not this sort of clap, give me the deaf clap. This is yeah, exactly. That's what they do at deaf gigs. Can everyone do that? Yeah, great. But just in case there's someone in the audience who's blind, you have to go, woo, at the same time. Yeah, can you do that? Woo! Yeah. But just in case there's someone in the audience who's deaf and blind, you have to do it with their hands held high so they can smell it. Yeah. Deaf gig, and there was this woman there who was deafblind, and her carer brought her over at the end and said, and translated, because she was deafblind, to say, thanks for the joke. It's like, I made a joke for a deafblind woman. I was very proud of that. Anyway, okay.
That could have gone one of two ways.
It could, exactly. I was very lucky. Okay, you ready? Not bad for an old guy. I think we better finish with the opera version. So, what have I done? Oh, there we go. I have to put that back on. Can you say something to the audience, Kai?
Okay, so for the opera version, everyone has to breathe in nice and deep.
Yeah. Oh, wait. When you breathe in for opera, you don't want to breathe in up here. You want to breathe in deeply. Breathe in as if you're breathing in through your bum. Can you ever do that? But don't breathe out the same way. Okay. So we'll have a little warm-up note. So something like, okay, so you ready? So, all together. Yeah, it's not quite right. When you sing opera, you want to drop your larynx. You want a low larynx. It's about like when you yawn. Feel when you yawn, and you can feel your larynx drops down. And so we'll do that drop. This way, all together. Oh my God, that's so much better. Brilliant. Okay, just a short one. Really short. Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3. My bike's got a nice pack rack. Everybody, bright and shining and new. It really has a very nice pack rack to carry my love to. Thank you.
Yeah.
Alrighty, now is anyone willing to get up here and say a sentence into my looper? I know it's a lot to ask in a pub. It's putting people on show in the middle of a pub. But
It's
if anyone's...
really, really simple.
Yeah, you're up for it?
Yay.
Yeah, oh, great. Yeah, come on down. Yeah, there's a bit of tiptoe through. Oh, you're not? You're going to the bar?
Oh, come on.
Well, hey, yeah, come on down. Yeah, do it. Yeah, chickened out, did he? Ooh. Okay, so tiptoe through the... oh, no, you can... Yeah, just jump over everything. What could possibly go wrong? Alrighty, so what's your name?
Radha.
Radha? Great. Now, Radha, what I want you to do is I want you to press this button, say something, wait for a while, and then press this button. Say something, wait for a while. Okay, so I need you to put the mic on the corner of your mouth, because if you put it in front of your mouth, you get involuntary beatboxing. You know when you hear people talking in a mic and they go, oh, the purple pizza. Yeah, people who chew through tofu cookbooks. Like they're all the sounds that pop the microphone. And if you put the mic down here, people go, oh, that'll fix it. No, cheeky tea. If you say cheeky tea, feel it on your hand. When you say cheeky tea, the puffs go down. Cheeky tea. Oh my God, it's got the E shape of your mouth. Pushes the pops down. So cheeky tea. It's particularly bad. Anyway, so if you put the mic to one side, the pops can go past and it clears up your voice. Oh my God, why don't more people do that, Radha? Okay, so it's because people are obsessed with being symmetrical and they can't stand the thought of the voice spreading out. But check it out, it's pretty much the same there and there. Exactly. So, sorry, that's way too much information. But have you thought about what you're going to say yet?
I think so. I'm from Hawaii.
You're from Hawaii. Hawaii. I love Hawaii. Because it sounds like kawaii, which means cute in
Japanese.
In Japanese.
Kawaii.
Kawaii.
Hawaii.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's very cute. So it is kawaii. It's such a great word. I love it. Okay, so now you might not know this, and a lot of sound people don't know this. The sound gets in the back of the mic as well. Okay, so when you speak into the back, check it out. Sound gets in the back. So this sound coming from here is pretty much only hitting the front of the mic, but as you go round, the sound is hitting both the front and the back, so it cancels out. It's hitting both sides of the diaphragm, it cancels out. So that's what makes the mic directional. Okay, and so therefore, if I cover the front of the mic, check it out, it gets louder. That's because you're hearing the sound getting in the back without being cancelled out. And then I take my hand off, it cancels it out again. Isn't that cool? So that's how mics work. And people never explain that. It's why when you cover the back of the mic, it's not directional anymore and feeds back more because it's picking sound up from all around. I only found this out a couple of years ago. And I'm 56. And it's like, how come no one's told me this? I've been working with mics all my life. And it's like, if you explained it, then I wouldn't do this all the time. You know. And so there you go. I just thought I'd share that with you. Did anyone actually know that? No.
No,
It's
see,
one of
come
those
to
things.
the
And it's
pub and learn
because these
about
guys
microphones.
are you both beatboxers? Yeah. So beatboxers, as soon as you know that, it just changes your approach to the mic. Because rather than doing this, you just do that. Rather than that, which is just that bit mushier. So I've been mucking around with it. Anyway, so that's way too much information. And poor Radha is just standing here, withering away. Okay. Alrighty. So, Radha. Oh, thank you. Now, so this button, say something, wait for a while, and then press this button. Say something. Okay. Wait. So something like, my elbow is on fire. Okay. My elbow is on... Don't say that. It's ridiculous. Do you know anything in Hawaii? In Hawaiian? Oh, you do that. Yeah. Can you make it longer version of aloha? Yeah, great. Okay. So this is microphone, but now it's Yorkerphone. So grab it.
All right. So I press it down.
Yeah.
And
That
then
button.
wait a
say
bit.
it, and then no, that one. Say it, and then wait a little bit, and then press this button. Okay, you've got this.
Can everybody say? Can everybody say? Aloha.
Oh, hang on, wait. So you have to do the whole thing in between hand. So yeah, so if you do, can everyone say aloha and then press it? Can everyone say yeah? Because it only loops what happens with the buttons. You don't have to wait too much longer. So we haven't got time for that. Okay. But that's good. Yeah. Now stick aloha at the end. Oh no, you do. Yeah, you've got it. So go. Can everyone say aloha? Can Can everyone say? But don't do it my timing. Do it your timing. You've got this. Okay. And put it to the side because you did the automatic in front of your mouth thing, and there was some pops. Pops. I know it's hard to remember. I'm very demanding. Go for it. Yeah, go from that side. Aim it at your mouth. There we go. Yeah, aim it right at your mouth. Right there. There we go. Right in there. Don't be afraid.
All right.
Yeah, good. Okay, you've got this.
So press it.
Yeah.
Can everybody say it? Aloha.
No. You have to say aloha.
Suck.
You have to say push that button after your aloha.
All right.
Yeah, you've got this. You're onto this. Okay.
Can everybody say aloha? Can everybody say aloha?
You are a genius. But wait.
I tried my best.
But Radha, it was brilliant. It's actually really perfect. Now, people don't think they're singing when they're talking, but they're singing. Check it out.
Can everybody say aloha?
Aloha. Okay, so we're all singing when we're talking, but you just don't hear it as singing until you hear it looped. It's beautiful. I like it. I'm going to see what I can do with the music. So I'm going to put some music against this. But first, I want you to do some random sounds for me. Can you just like, ooh, and then ah, and then, and just any long sound you can make. You can whistle, but aim your head that way while you're doing it. And I'll hold the mic and I'm going to flap it in front of your face and do all sorts of weird stuff. Because I got a mute button, so I can turn the mic on and off. Okay, here we go. What you got?
Can everybody say aloha? 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 Can everybody say aloha?
Can you do a really ugly like sound? Okay.
Can everybody say aloha? Can everybody say aloha? Can everybody say aloha? Can everybody?
Nice. Now get off. Yay! Give us a massive hand. That's amazing. Okay. So let's see what we can do with that. So I'm going to put, thanks heaps for that, Radha. It was beautiful. It's really, like, you might be going, how could she not do that? It's once you get up here and try to do the buttons, it does your head in, doesn't it? Yeah, you're brilliant. Love it. So let's see if I can put, I'm going to put a beat again. I'll put the, I think on the, I'll put on the every one.
Can everybody say aloha? Can everybody say aloha?
Okay, I got to go slower, don't I?
Can everybody say aloha? Can everybody say aloha? Can everybody?
No, I got to go faster. Okay, somewhere in between.
Can everybody?
Okay, bro.
Can everybody say aloha? 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 Can everybody say?
Now, there are a few musicians here I know. Have you noticed the first chord is a 5 of 5? So I'm doing first of 5 of 5 first inversion. Has anyone picked that? Okay, sorry. I'm just quite proud of it. It's very rarely that someone gives you a loop that actually defines such a defined rhythm melody. Here we go.
Can everybody say aloha? Can everybody say?
What key are we in, Kai?
Aloha. Can everybody say aloha? Can everybody say aloha?
In C. Da, da, da. So C major. Yeah, totally. Here we go. Okay, let's put some other stuff onto it. Yeah. So I've gone. No, because I've gone D. So so I've gone like D major, first inversion, going to C. So it's kind of in C. Sorry, this is way too much music theory. I'm sorry about that. Here we go.
Can everybody say aloha? 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 Can everybody say aloha?
I think it needs a horn. I see you've got some violin bits.
Aloha. Can everybody say aloha? Can everybody say aloha? Can everybody say
the horn section.
Everybody say,
Yeah.
aloha. Everybody say, 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 Can everybody say aloha?
Thank you, Rada. That was fantastic. Now, we have a nasty habit of leaving them wanting less. But should we just keep going? Like, if people need to take a break, they can take a break. But should we? Are you up
that
for them
alright?
too? Because
We
people
just
are going
keep
to the
going?
bar when they need
Yeah.
to. If you need to take a break or go to the toilet or go to the bar, just go. Like, we'll make sure we do rubbish in that time, so you don't miss anything.
And I think somewhere there's a hat. Is that right? Do you guys do a hat?
yeah.
Yeah. So if you feel like chucking some money our way, we'd love it.
They're
But,
giving
you
us
know,
a bit of money,
no
but
pressure.
not quite enough for a flight from Australia.
Yeah.
So it's all good. Yeah, we're not here to rip you off. We will also have CDs for sale, and if you go to my website, which is malweb.com, that's Malweb with two B's, not two B's. It's a Shakespeare joke. Anyway, but yeah, if you go to my website, you can if you feel like paying us online or whatever. But yeah, have you got I think they've got a swipey thing here, haven't you? Yeah, I think I got.
Woo.
Yeah, brilliant, excellent. But no pressure at all. Actually, a little bit of pressure. No. What's that?
Do you want to do one man's fish?
We could. You guys have been really good at the singing thing.
Bye.
No. I reckon we should do another weird one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I reckon we should hit him with an anui.
Make stuff up?
I reckon make stuff up.
Okay.
Okay, a few people responded well to the odd-timey thing we did earlier, so we're going to do another one. Okay, so you know how before we did the 7 against 5 thing, and you all seem to boogie along to that pretty happily. So now I'm going to do one that's a bit more complicated, but still fun. Okay, so that sounds kind of Brazilian, doesn't it? But there's something funny with the rhythm. What's going on there? It's like a kopanica. It's a Bulgarian rhythm, which is 4-3-4s. So it's in 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah? Like that. Now the cool thing, a bit like what we did with the 5 and the 7, you can put 3 against the 4s and 2 against the 3s. So there's a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, which means you get 11 against 8, which is a ridiculous thing to do. Why would you do that? But it's kind of fun. So during this song, we're going to drop between several versions of this 11 groove. So the 11 groove goes throughout, but occasionally we'll go to the... hang on. Forgotten how it goes. Here we go. There we go. So that's 4 against 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so you can drop between several versions of it. So we'll do that during the song. Now, you don't have to worry about that. There's not a test at the end of it. And if you feel like dancing to it, once it gets into it kind of goes disco in the middle. Now, as you can see, my brain is a little bit overactive. And during COVID, I had a lot of time on my hands. And I ended up using my brain a little too much at times. And a lot of people did. They made stuff up. They filled the gaps in their knowledge in sometimes ways that weren't so clever. But that's the thing about brains. They're really good at making stuff up. You know, if there's a gap in your knowledge, your brain just goes, I'm going to fill that up. And so this is a song called Make Stuff Up. And it's not at all judgmental about what people think. It's just addressing the fact that our brains are really good at filling gaps. And particularly when you hear cars on a wet road, when you hear cars going past on a wet road, you can go, oh, that's cars on a wet road. But also with your brain, you can go, it's just noise. You convert it to waves on the beach, like cars on a wet road, waves on a beach, wind in the trees, passing airplane. Actually, a bit more rumbling, like that. Wheelie bin. Anyway, so I've mentioned that in this song because brains are amazing. Let's use them for the power of good. So for the musicologists who actually knew what I was talking about with the whole 11 thing, I start in a 3-4-4-11. Don't worry about it. You won't die. Here we go. You ready, Kai? This one, the reason Kai's playing flute in this is because my neighbour, while I was practicing in the front veranda, said, it sounds like Brazilian music. You should have flute in it. And Kai took up flute for this song.
I had one from high school just gathering dust in the cupboard, so yeah. But it's not this one. This is a plastic one that we got just for travelling because it's light.
Yeah, and doesn't work so well in the bottom
octave. No, it's a bit rubbish.
You ready, Kai?
Mm-hmm.
Dance song if you can. Yeah. We ponder the world with our big old brains and we make stuff up. There's lots that we know, but for what remains we just make stuff up. Joining the dots and filling the gaps with definite maybes and a strong perhaps. Arts, maths and science need creative minds that can make stuff up. But standardized tests tend to fail the kinds that make great stuff up. From brainstorming crazy to editing phase when we toss nearly half all the dross and the chaff. And laugh at the thoughts we had, ideas that were clearly bad, but led into something rad. Yeah, but two rights make a wrong when combined, misaligned. That's false syllogism. You can mess with your mind, and the truth is hard to find. Trust is undermined. It leaves you kind of blind in a bind. Yeah, baby. I've got the words wrong. Yeah. Is it a lie if you think it's true and you make stuff up? An honest mistake when the fake is you, it's a vague stuff up. Joining the dots and filling the gaps with definite maybes and a strong perhaps. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. 4 against it. Yeah. Now, sorry, that's just showing off. Sorry about that. Okay, let's. That distant rumbling noise you hear, does it annoy or bring you joy or fear? Is it the ocean's roar, a busy road, a waterfall, or a passing train? Is it the thunder, wind and rain, a growling bow, a wheelie bin or a jet plane? You choose how you explain it, through how you use your brain. It takes a gentleman to shove. It could be one, it could be some, it could be all of the above, all of the above, all of the above. It could be none, it could be one, it could be some, it could be all of the above, all of the above, all of the above. Here you go, back to the normal 11. You can relax now. What fact disagrees with hypotheses? You might make stuff up, but fudging results even by degrees is a great stuff up. When you see it, you wanna believe it, but you gotta leave it, appears to receive it. Folks who are in the know, see if they give it a go. And if they see how the data sums up, they might just give it a thumbs up. Yeah, but having said that, there's a chance that you found something so new that it's hard to prove. Keep checking yourself, yet stick to your groove. Those paradigm shifts take a while to move. You might have to lay low, not like Galileo. When those flat earthers say no, don't want to end up with a premature halo. Huh, hell no. Yeah. Pride takes a dive when they're proven wrong, so we make stuff up and try to imply we were right all along. It's a great stuff up, joining the dots and filling the gaps with definite maybes and a strong perhaps. Yeah, but value is so subjective when appreciation is the sole objective. The hype and hope fade over time. Faith and fashion can turn on a dime. Oh, oh, that information that you hear, does it annoy or bring you joy or fear? Is it research results reached rigorously, or a paranoid conspiracy? Is it irony or parody or prophecy, philosophy or fantasy? You choose how you explain it, through how you use your brain. It takes a gentleman to shove. It could be one, it could be some, it could be all of the above, all of the above, all of the above. It could be none, it could be one, it could be some, it could be all of the above, all of the above, all of the above, all of the above, all of the above. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, now, how many people have heard of water bears? Has anyone heard of a water bear? Has anyone heard of a tardigrade? Yeah, okay. So for those who haven't, I'm going to introduce it, but I'm going to do it in a voice that you'll understand and that you'll trust. So I'm going to put down a loop of silence. Can you hear that? Exactly. Every parent loves it. The loop of silence. But it's cool, because the loop of silence means you can fade stuff in. Oh, has he got... Oh, hang on. But wait, behind you. Ah. Feed the glass, feed the glass. Lovely. Okay, so the cool thing about the loop of silence is I can fade stuff in and fade it out and get a constant drone. Check it out. So isn't that cool? You can get a nice smooth drone going. Now the good thing about that is that I've sung up the notes of a whole tone scale. Now the whole tone scale is a bit like it's different to a major scale, which is tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. But a whole tone scale just goes tone, 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 all the way up. So it sounds like it never ends. Can you play a bit for us? So it's really kind of mysterious. It's a lovely sound. And it's really good for nature documentaries. So here we go. This next song is all about water bears. Water bears are amazing animals. They're actually called tardigrades, from the phylum Tardigrada. But under a microscope, they look like little 8-legged bears. That's why they're called water bears. Now, water bears have incredible powers of survival. They can survive being boiled. They can survive being frozen. They can survive 6,000 atmospheres of pressure, which is a hell of a lot. They can survive a total vacuum, which is like the opposite of a hell of a lot. And if they run out of food or water, they can shut their bodies down, dry themselves out, and survive for more than a century with nothing. Which made me think, gosh, I want to be a water bear. And thusly, and henceforth, I wrote this song. Be a water bear. You keep the headphones on. Be a water bear. Oh, be a water bear. Okay, so that's the sing-along part, yeah? Quick, run for the door. The guy's singing weird stuff. Run, quick. It can't be entertaining. It's an old guy. Anyway, sorry. Where was I? So that's the sing-along part. So it goes, be a water bear, and then a bit higher. Be a water bear. Oh, now the reason it has to be that high is because water bears are tiny. They're about 10 microns long. And so you know how small things make high sounds? Therefore, if you want to be a water bear, you've got to sing really high. Yeah, the bloke's going to have a low part like, be a water bear, but that's as low as you're allowed to go. Okay, you ready? So a little practice. So, be a water bear. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Be a water bear. Bit higher. Be a water bear. Oh. Good. Hold that thought. Now, the rest of the song is a little bit weird. And it contains... so I'll let you know when to come in. Kai will help you out on the vocals. So she'll be driving the bus. And I'm going to beatbox under it. And so I'll do a bit of drum and bass. We're also going to we'll do a bit of an up and down, a bit of an EDM, a bit of a build, then a drop and a rise and all that sort of business. And we'll all end together. So no looping in this one, just you guys, Kai, and my face. Okay, so the rest of it contains some of that sideways yodeling that I was doing earlier, but it also contains a bit of harmonic singing, which is what they do in Tuva up north of India and China. So it goes a bit like this. I wish I were a water bear, then I'd be comfy anywhere. In a vacuum bottle frozen centuries, if happy dose impression ever leaves in wind despair when a real water bear. Wish I were a water bear. Politically, someone aware. No, my fashion painter again, cause in that microscopic brain in heaven is a clump of monster shell when a real water bear. Wish I were a water bear. I'm mighty my baton is bear. Never have to prove your earth a minor impact on the earth and little need for water, food, or air. That's where you really want to be a water bear. Everybody sing, be a water bear. Oh, be a water bear. Keep going. Be a water bear. Oh, be a water bear. Be a water bear. How about be a water bear? Thank you. All right. What's that? We could do drop. That'd be nice. Yeah. Well, we might do a nice.
Oh, let's do a nice song.
Let's do a properly nice song. Because that was ridiculous. Let's go from the ridiculous to the sublime. So this is a song on the Imbira. And this is in 2 Aboriginal languages from around up north of Alice Springs. I've been teaching at a school up north of Alice Springs called Tea Tree, about 2 hours north of Alice. And it's on a Mudjara country, so a Mudjara language. But right next door is Warlpiri country, and there's a lot of Warlpiri people at the school. And so they still only pretty much speak their own language, but they all understand all the neighbouring languages. And so a lot of people in Central Australia are like octolingual, like they'll speak like 8 different languages, or they'll understand 8 languages, but they pretty much only speak their own. And that's the thing, is because language is so much a part of their identity that they're pretty much, And so getting the kids in the school to sing each other's language is quite hilarious, because they all giggle at each other, because it's, it's like, ha, you speak Warlpiri like an Amajara. It's like, well, you speak Amajara like a Warlpiri. Yeah. But, this is a song that she wrote. This teacher at the school, Seraphina Presley Haynes, she wanted to remind the kids that their culture is really cool. White culture is pretty cool, iPads, the internet, it's all very good. But their culture is incredibly, and it was maybe the most sustainable culture on the planet. We're not doing such a good job of it at the moment, being sustainable and on the planet, but we'll see if we can learn a bit from those cultures in terms of being sustainable. Anyway, so this is a song that says, in English, it says, in the old days, our people walked everywhere, and they knew where to get food, where to get water, where the songlines were. They knew about the seasons, and they'd get together for ceremony and do stories in the sand and sit around the fire, and it was good. So it's a very simple song, and it's called Nyuruwiyi, which is in the old days. But we're going to start, that's the Warlpiri version for in the old days, but the Amajara version of in the old days is Guyandora. So they're very different languages. Nyuruwiyi, Guyandora. They're very different. So we're going to start with Guyandora, and then we're going to go to, after the solo, we're going to go to the Warlpiri version. Okay, anything else they need to know?
Nope.
No, just chill out. It's actually a nice song. You're probably going, what? Is this actually just going to be nice? Yeah, sorry. It's just going to be nice. I'm not even going to beatbox. Sorry.
Oh.
Guyandora, chicha mapanang necharta. Merat kunya, chicha lacha, amancha womala lecharta. Merat penawan, derna lola palara, derkanya la retarela nienta lecharta, kota konya. Kotando mala lucharta, derta parta kunya, jachan kotando charta, merapena wana manchik lunya lecharta, tenalo lo palura, terkanya la retarela nienta lecharta. Guyandora, chicha mapanang echarta, moran kot kunya. Janjako manu kerdu juku Perdanyan jala Wankan kayolyo pongka Wajikin yirla manu arijarila Muru-muru Radalva manu pilchirti tawangu Yapa jo apau japalu Kiri kari kiro uru manji weleni Wantan kayo yo bunga Wajikin yila manu wari jarila Yurui Kalalo yapa juni naja Kirkanya ini Okay, now, how many people here hate audience participation? Yeah, thanks for joining in. I get it. Sometimes you just want to chill out and watch a song. And my brother hates audience participation to the point where when we shot the film clip for this song, he said, yeah, I reckon I can be there. And he didn't show up. He hates it that much. So, like the film clip for this song, which is pretty cool, he isn't in. And we got my number one fan filled in for him. Yeah. But particularly the phrase "give it up." When someone tells you to give it up, it means go crazy. Yeah. But I want you to actually let's give it up for the bell. Yeah. Okay. Now I want you to literally give up on life for a moment and go, oh. So when I say give it up, I want you to literally give it up. Give it up for the bell. Yeah, no offense, Bell, love your work.
We love you a lot.
Bigger the idea, so literally giving up. So that's when if I'm at a festival where someone's going, give it up all the time, it's like, hey, can you give up the give it up bit? Anyway, so that's what this song's about. But it's also, where are we? We're in Bath, aren't we?
Yeah.
How can I pronounce Bath really badly? Just Bath.
Bath.
Okay, so I'll see how badly I can do it. Because I was at Glastonbury, in the year that Beyonce played at Glastonbury, I got to see her, which was cool. And I had to wait for, I got there quite early. And when I got there was a guy standing next to me, big guy, and he didn't look like a Beyonce fan, to be honest. But anyway, he was standing there. And when Beyonce finally came on stage, she went, Glastonbury! Like this. And this guy next to me said, oh, for crying out loud, it's Glastonbury. It's 3 syllables, Glastonbury. It's not that hard. Anyway, he left. Almost straight away. He's just so disgusted by her inability to say the name Glastonbury properly. He left. Anyway, someday I'll meet that guy. He'll be at a gig and he'll go, yeah, that was me. And she was crap anyway. Anyway, but so I'll see. I'm going to, in the line in the song, I'll do that. Now, this song is on the Imbira. But I'm going to do a cool thing. Okay, so you might have noticed in other songs I was putting blue tack on this thing. And it's because you can tune it with blue tack. Okay, so this note, so the normal scale of the Imbira sounds like this. But I'm going to put a blob on the note, a blob of blue tack on the 6th note. So this note here, I'm going to put some blue tack so it becomes, yeah, so you can tune it with blue tack. So now the scale sounds like this. Ooh, mysterious, it's kind of Middle Eastern. It's called the harmonic major scale. And so it's, so the one chord's still major. Happy, happy, happy. But the 4 chord's minor. No. But the 1 chord's major. Yay! And the 4 chord's minor. No. Anyway, you get the idea. So it goes like that for the whole song. Here we go. So let's put it down. Ooh, a bit dodgy, I can do that better. Sorry. Love a good clap, remember? Oh, so in the 70s and 80s, Woo, yeah! Make me very happy. But if you're thinking of joining in the clap, remember what the song's about and just do whatever you like. You can if you want, but no pressure. There's no pressure in this song to join in at all, because that's what the song's about. Are you ready, Kai? It's been a long day. It's been a long year. I could have gone home. But I came here, listen to some music, check out the band, but the guy with the microphone seemed to like only making demands, and I'm thinking now, come on now, if you're gonna play a song, I'm gonna need your ear and I'm here to hear, my taste abroad and my patience long, don't get me wrong, I gotta make this clear, yeah. I don't wanna sing along, I don't wanna put my hands up, I don't wanna make some noise, go whoa, whoa. I won't clap or cheer or dance or even sway, no chance, no way. I wouldn't go woo in a pink fit, no, and I don't wanna give it up unless giving it up is the it. Give up the give it up bit, unless giving it up is the it. We're giving up. Call me a grumpy git, I don't give a damn, not a hoot, not a bit, no, I don't want to give it up, unless giving it up is the it. But having said that, I hope you don't think that I'm not happy here, sipping my drink and listen to some music eventually, and respond in a way that on the day seems right to me. It may be kind of subtle, just a tap of the toe, oh gong, or a turn of the head, might not even show, oh gong. I'm gonna stay pole-faced and proud, I'm not easily wowed, oh gong. And if you're really great, I might talk to my mates a little less loud. Well, I know you're just trying to build the vibe, unite us like a team or a tribe, and if all the rest seem keen to roll with that, sure have a ball, you don't need my bat, but I'll suggest another so silly soul in here who longs to hear a song sometime this year. Skip the tried hide, corny ham and cheese. When you say give it up, I say please. Give it up, please. Give it up, please. Give it up, please. Give it up, please. Are you maybe amazing? No doubt you could go far. Stop raving about how good you are. I said, come on, come on, come on now. If you're gonna play a song, play a song. I've got an eager ear and I'm here to hear the taste of broad and my patience long. Don't get me wrong, I gotta make this clear. You hear? Sing along, oh, don't sing along, oh, whatever. I don't wanna sing along. I don't wanna put my hands up. I don't wanna make some noise. Go whoa, whoa. I won't clap or cheer or dance or even sway. No chance, no way. I wouldn't go woo in a pink fit. Ooh, and I don't wanna give it up unless giving it up is it. When you say hello, Bath, don't expect me to cheer till I hear you pronounce it correctly. I don't wanna give it up, yeah, unless giving it up is it. When you say how you feeling, I may frown knowing you don't really wanna know how I feel deep down. I don't wanna give it up, yeah, unless giving it up is it. If it were amusing or original, I'd join in gladly, but sadly it's the same old shtick done badly. I don't wanna sing along. I don't wanna put my hands up. I don't wanna make some noise. I don't wanna sing along. I don't wanna put my hands up. I don't wanna dance or I don't wanna sing. No chance, no way. I wouldn't go hands in a pink fit. Ooh, I don't wanna give it up. Chance, no way. Unless giving it up is the it. Ooh, I don't wanna give it up. Chance, no way. Unless giving it up is the it. Ooh, I don't wanna give it up. Chance, no way. Unless giving it up is the it. Ooh, I don't wanna give it up. Chance, no way. Unless giving it up is the it. Ooh, I don't wanna give it up. Chance, no way. Unless giving it up is the it. Ooh, I don't wanna give it up. Chance, no way. Unless giving it up is the it. Ooh, I don't wanna give it up. Chance, no way. Unless giving it up is the it. Ooh, I don't wanna give it up. Chance, no way. Unless giving it up is the it. Ooh, I don't wanna give it up. Chance, no way. Unless giving it up is the it. Ooh, I don't wanna give it up. Chance, no way. Unless giving it up is the it. Give it up, unless giving it up is the it. We're giving up. There you go. Have a go. going for time, do you reckon, Kai?
What time do we have to finish? Is it 11? Okay.
11? It's 10 past 11 now. We
So we've got
40 minutes?
I can't do it.
No,
Maths.
50 minutes.
50.
We have about 5 hours worth of material. We will keep going. If you need to go home, go home. Like, no pressure, but we will keep going because we love playing here. And if there's people digging it, we will just keep playing. Sorry. Why am I apologising?
Seeing as you did about not joining in, do you want to do a sing-along?
Oh, let's do a sing-along.
Do One Man's Fish?
Oh, let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put a beat down. This is my African drumming group. I've gone with a bit of talking drum. It's a bit sort of Gambian kind of thing. And the reason I've gone Gambian, actually, the good thing about this drumming group is you can just stop them like that. You know, if all African drummers are like that, go and stop. There we go. Okay. So this is a song that I wrote after I've been playing in a Gambian band, with a kora player. So does everyone know what kora is? The West African harp, big stick, big gourd, 21 strings, great instrument. And the guy who played kora in the band, he got me to learn a few of his kora parts so I could play them on guitar while he soloed, and which was kind of fun to learn. But then I worked up my own. I came up with my own kora part. It went like this. Like that, which is kind of chory and nice. And then when I played it to Epizo, the kora player, he said, "Oh my God, that is one of my family songs." And he picked up his kora and started playing it, and it was pretty much exactly that. I was like, "What? That's craziness." And I said, "Oh, I've written a song." So I sang the song that goes with it, and at the end he said, "That is not my family song." Anyway, so this is a song called "One Man's Fish is Another Man's Poisson." Okay, so it's slightly ridiculous, but it's kind of, yeah, you get it. Because what are the other meanings of poisson in French?
They're not other. No, poisson is just fish, but very similar words. Boisson is to drink, and poison is poison.
Poison.
So you can make a silly sentence, which is grammatically incorrect, but we'll ignore that. So you can say boisson, poisson, poison, which is to drink fish poison.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would. But
Why
you know,
not?
in the spirit of nonsense words.
Yeah.
Here's a nonsense song.
I'll explain a little bit. It's just about me playing with words and reversing things around. The second verse is all standard phrases like chicken of the sea and camels of the camels being ships of the desert, and so and chicken of the sea being tuna. Have you heard that? Okay, so there's a whole bunch of things that I've reversed. So in the middle it'll just be ridiculous. And so I just was kind of making a point, but I've forgotten what the point was. Anyway, so you know how I don't know if you've heard much West African music, but they sing like everything is the most important thing you've ever heard. And so when you sing "One Man's Fish is Another Man's Poisson" with us, you have to sing it like your life depends on it. Okay, so. One man's fish is another man's poisson. Give it a go. One man's fish is another man's poisson. Say it like you mean it, yeah. Cooked bread, raw toast, cooked bread, wet dirt, dry mud, wet dirt. One man's fish is another man's poisson. Do it with some harmonies. What you got? One man's fish is another man's poisson. Beautiful. Let's bring the drums in. Tuna of the barnyard, camel of the sea, pigeon of the sewer, potato of the tree. Overground rabbit, underground tabby, $2 cabbie. One man's fish is another man's poisson. Let her rip, kids, what you got? One man's fish is another man's poisson. Take it away, Kai. I'm going to sing a bass line. Kylie Morrigan on the violin. Okay, this bit makes a bit more sense. You get two goes of us doing it, then we'll draw it up the octave so you can join us on this third and fourth time if you want. Narrow-minded could mean focused, but broad-minded could mean vague. Narrow-minded could mean focused, but broad-minded could mean vague. Give it a go. Narrow-minded could mean focused, but broad-minded could mean vague. Narrow-minded could mean focused, but broad-minded could mean vague. One man's fish is another man's poisson. Okay, 3 more times. One man's fish is another man's poisson. Okay, 2 more times. One man's fish is another man's poisson. Last time, and hold out the second man. One man's fish is another man's poisson. There you go. I reckon we should do pod,
Oh yeah, let's do pod.
and we'll call this our last song. And then we'll do
And then we'll do
encores
100
until
encores.
11 o'clock. And that means I've got license to do weird shit. Because there's a couple of songs I want to try, but we've got to sort out the pigs from the goats? Pigs from the goats? Sheep from the goats. So the people who remained, which this is nothing against the people who need to leave now, that's totally fine. But we might do something very weird in the encores. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so this is a song which has a palindromic groove. So it goes 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. 32 beats, which makes me very happy. And if you take the rest out, you get 24 beats. And so we're going to do that in the middle of the song. But I'll put the beat down. Here we go. It's a bit lumpy. I'm going to do that again. Sorry. Sorry, I think you deserved better. Okay. Now, how many people have seen a pea pod? The things that peas grow in. Hands up the people who've seen a pea pod. Pretty much everyone. Yeah, you've all seen a pea pod. Now, my dad had a classroom of kids in the late 60s. This classroom of kids, none of whom had seen a pea pod. And he just went, how is that possible? And he used to always use, and he brought in pea pods the next day, and they were like, oh my God, that's where a pea comes from. That's amazing. Anyway, so that's my 60s Australian accent. Oh, that's amazing, mate. Anyway, I don't know what that was. Anyway, so I popped around to my dad's house about 30 years later, and I was eating a carob pod. And Dad went, what the hell's that thing? And I said, it's a carob pod. What carob comes from? And he went, you can eat them? We used to throw them at each other at school. Now, how many people have seen a carob pod? Slightly less. Yeah, exactly. So, sure, you might go, carob, don't care about it, it's just bad chocolate. But I disagree, I love carob. And you can eat them straight off the tree, they're really yummy. You have to avoid the pips. And the thing about carob you should know is that carob pips are where the word carrot comes from, as in how many carat gold? 24 carat gold, or a 24 carat diamond is the weight of 24 carob seeds. So that's where because they're really consistent in size, and so that's where the word carrot comes from. There you go. Sort of thought I'd do that. But anyway, so I thought I was pretty damn clever because I knew about pea pods and carrot pods. But then, about in my late 40s, it suddenly dawned on me I'd never seen a cashew shell. Now, how many people have actually seen a cashew shell in real life? You have. You put your hand up and then you went, oh, but have I? Oh, you've seen one on TV. Yeah, I'll give you that. Okay, for those who haven't seen a cashew shell, you need to know. It's quite amazing because we all eat cashews and go, yeah, what? But it suddenly dawned on me, how come I've never seen this damn thing before? So a cashew fruit is about that big. It's yellow, looks a bit like a capsicum or a, what do you call them? Paprika? No, what do you call them here? Peppers. Oh, God, too many words for capsicum. Anyway, and on the bottom, there's this thing at the bottom that's called a drupe, actually. The botanical name for it is a drupe. And it's got a leather outside, and it's got a shell on the inside, and then another shell inside that. And between those two shells is this goo that's called cashew shell liquid, which is really caustic. It's really hard to get through without burning your fingers and eating your hands up. Then you get through that, and you get a papery covering, and inside that is one cashew. They're incredibly labour-intensive, and farming them. It's why they only do it in countries where people don't seem to be bothered by being paid far less than we do. Anyway, so Africa, Ghana, Southeast Asia, places like that. So now that you know, it's like, wow, okay, that's where cashews came from. And it's that bit of information that's sitting under your nose all the way, however old you are. It's like, how come I haven't actually thought about that? And I thought the same thing. And it's not like I'm incredibly smart or anything. But I used to love the fact that when my dad didn't know something, he'd get so excited to go, I don't know that. And it'd sort of scare the crap out of us with this loud exclamation. And so this is dedicated to my dad, sorry. Is it like your dad? I think a lot of people have a dad like that. Anyway, so this is dedicated to my dad. And it's called Pod.
Put the groove down.
What's that?
Put the groove. Oh, you've done it.
I haven't got a kick drum on the one, so for the beatbox I'll put a kick drum on the one. So I missed it. There we go, a bit more. Yeah, that's better. Okay, you ready, Kai? Wait, no, we're not ready. God, this is really tough.
Oh, yeah, we've got a list of things because Mal's got these 2 different loopers here that are all... Every song is different and has a different configuration. So for this song, you need to have the hexapus. Come and check that out if you want to see what a hexapus is. 6-legged octopus. So that points to the eye. Number 4, loop on the boomerang. Turn me down a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And loop the violin and guitar.
Yep.
Not that much, no.
Yeah, you're just going to have to shout for this song. The reason is because we loop everything by the end of the song. So you can see all the instruments Kai's got down here, the recorder, the pan flute, the melodica, the flute. And we're going to loop everything we've got up here except for the imbira. Even the chromatic harmonica, which is my second favourite instrument. I don't practice it enough.
Oh, it's right there. What's that? It's all right, nothing. Okay. All is well.
I think we're good. Oh, God. Okay. You ready, Kai?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. My dad found it appalling and odd when his students didn't know that peas grew in a pod. Not a can on a shelf, nor a bag in a freezer. He helped each teach themselves to be a clever geezer, 'cause they don't know what they don't know till they find it right under their nose, hiding there in plain sight. So Dad gave them the full pea origin story. It was jolly enthralling, neither boring nor gory. But ironically, 3 decades later, as I ate a carrot pod, Dad asked, "What's that?" And on the other foot, the shoe was shot. You know, you don't know what you don't know. You might find it right under your nose, hiding there in plain sight. The more that you learn, the more you learn that there's more to learn, lurking in turn, hiding there in plain sight. Well, I was more than 40, I'm not ashamed to tell. When it dawned on me I'd never seen a cashew shell. So I sought the full cashew origin story of that Brazilian tree fruit in all its orangey glory. But it's crazy nutcases, internal fluids infernal, and in turn returns the yield of but a solitary kernel. So, yep, I know, I don't know what I don't know. I might find it right under my nose, hiding there in plain sight. The more that you learn, the more you learn that there's more to learn, lurking in turn, hiding there in plain sight. It waits patiently, invitingly, crying, look at me, I've been right here all your life in plain sight. When Dad got older and forgot what he'd been told, friends would remind him and then he'd get to learn it all over again. New tricks for all dogs, no use by date. Let the cat be curious, it's never too late to wonder what is it, what's in it, who made it, and how, where's it from, how to get here, how's it work? Wow, is it renewable, repairable, recyclable, reusable? Acquire inquiries, the required task. The only truly dumb question is the one you don't ask. So, yep, I know you don't know what you don't know. You might find it right under your nose, hiding there in plain sight. The more that you learn, the more you learn that there's more to learn, lurking in turn, hiding there in plain sight. It went camouflage, creeping about. It's just standing out, flying a kite, looming large in plain sight. Maybe it could be a butterfly, reputatedly biding its time till it's right to take flight. Perhaps it's a seed that'd be apt, knowing growing needs rain and sunlight to bloom out to full height. You know you don't know what you don't know. You might find it right under your nose, hiding there in plain sight. The more that you learn, the more you learn that there's more to learn, lurking in turn, hiding there in plain sight. You know you don't know what you don't know. You might find it right under your nose, hiding there in plain sight. The more that you learn, the more you learn that there's more to learn, lurking in turn, hiding there in plain sight. You know you don't know what you don't know. You might find it right under your nose, hiding there in plain sight. The more that you learn, the more you learn that there's more to learn, lurking in turn, hiding there in plain sight. You know you don't know what you don't know. You might find it right under your nose, hiding there in plain sight. The more that you learn, the more you learn that there's more to learn, lurking in turn, hiding there in plain sight. You know you don't know what you don't know. You might find it right under your nose, hiding there in plain sight. The more that you learn, the more you learn that there's more to learn, lurking in turn, hiding there in plain sight. You know you don't know what you don't know. You might find it right under your nose, hiding there in plain sight. The more that you learn, the more you learn that there's more to learn, lurking in turn, hiding there in plain sight. You know you don't know what you don't know. You might find it right under your nose, hiding there in plain sight. The more that you learn, the more you learn that there's more to learn, lurking in turn, hiding there in plain sight. You know you don't know what you don't know. You might find it right under your nose, hiding there in plain sight. Ladies and gentlemen, Kylie Morrigan on all that stuff.
Thank you. Keep it going for Mel Webb. No! Do you want another one?
Yeah. Should we do Oscar Late?
Do you want a really crazy one?
Okay, this one's really crazy. Not like
It's really
crazy.
sweet, actually. It
really-
takes a little while to set up, but it's worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it. So this is a song all about love languages. Now, we got together about 10 years ago, and we've realised that we express how we feel about each other in very different ways. And there's a guy who wrote the book, The 5 Love Languages, and it's been actually really helpful. You kind of go, hippy dippy stuff, but it's actually really useful. And also, about a couple of years ago, I suddenly discovered the word osculate. Has anyone heard the word osculate? It sounds awful, doesn't it? It means to kiss. Yeah, osculate. It's such an ugly word. And then has anyone heard the word pulchritude? Yeah, it means beauty. I know, it's such an ugly word. And so I've been collecting words that sound really yucky, but mean nice things, like bucolic, which means country in the countryside, and crepuscular, which means twilight time. So you can osculate in the bucolic crepuscular pulchritude. And it's a very nice thing, kissing in the country sunset. Anyway, so I thought I'd write a little song which uses all the words, like mansuetude. Have you heard that one? Which means kindness. I know, it's ridiculous. I know. And
Did you just mansplain mansuetude?
I did mansplain mansuetude. And vindicate, fuscus, bucolic. Anyway, all those words, they sound yucky, but mean nice things. And you can look. I actually explain them in the middle. So in the middle of the song, if you're going, I don't know a few of those words, don't panic. It took me a while to find them myself. Now, this one, we've done some very weird looping stuff. But this one, you know how I had 5 against 7? And then I had 4 against 3 against 4. 11 against 8.
You're just saying numbers?
I'm just saying numbers. The 11 against 8 one. So now we're going to do 12 against 17. Why the hell would you do that? Okay, so I'm going to put the guitar part down. This is slightly tricky, but we'll be fine. Oh, have to put it back on looping.
Oh yeah, fix all the knobs. Or it'll be a disaster.
Okay, here we go. Well, actually, I can't do that, can I? Oh, well, that's all right. I'll just play louder.
Mal's EQ pedal has died. He spent all afternoon soldering it to no avail.
It's dodgy. Anyway. Okay, so that's a little riff I came up with. And it can be a 12 if you like. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's put that down. Okay, so that's in 6, yeah. But then you can do it in rather than 4 3s, you can do it in 3 4s like this. Yeah. Oh, that's dodgy. I'll do it with a 4 there as well. Yeah. Might as well get it right. So that's the 4 and the 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, or 1, is that? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so that's a very basic, a basic polyrhythm. Okay, so it's like an African polyrhythm, and the bell pattern I'm using is kind of like ting go 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 ting go 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 go, which is a classic West African bell pattern used all over West Africa, and it's been taken by the slaves to Cuba as well. All Latin America used that bell pattern as well. It's a very standard bell pattern, and so you can have a ching go ch go go ch go cho go ching go ch go go ch go cho, or 6 ching go cho go ch go ch go ch go ching go, sorry, ching cho cho go ch go ch go ch go ching cho cho go, like that. Or you could do it in 8 ching ch go ch go ch go ch go ch cho ch go ching ch go ch go ch go ch go ch cho ch go, which I'm very proud of. Took me a while to get that. Anyway,
I'm blaming lockdowns for that.
so they're all the different of that bell pattern. So what I've done is I've done this guitar pattern. Go 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 ting go 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 ting go go. So or okay, but you might notice this is a little bit janky. It's because it's not actually just a 12, it's actually a 17. So it's going, rather than going 2 a 3 and a 2 a 2 a 3 and a 2 a 3 and a 2 a 2 a. It's going 3 and a 4 and a 3 and a 4 and a 3 and a 4 and a 3 and a 3 and a 4 and a 3 and a 4 and a 3 and a 3 and a 4 and a, which is 17. Now, if that doesn't make sense to you, don't panic. You'll be fine. And if you're wondering, this is not normal. Okay, all the sort of advanced rhythmic-y people I keep showing this to, they're going, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Anyway, because it's fun. It's quite musical in the end. So I'm going to put the 17 beat across it. So it goes over 2 lengths of the cycle to put 17 across. So here we go. Right, dodgy, I can do that better. Sorry. Quite cute, isn't it? And for those who know their music a bit, it's kind of doing triplets and it's kind of doing dotted quavers. It's somewhere in between, and that's how it works. But once you get used to it, I haven't got a kick on this one as well. I'll put a kick on one. That's better. There's the trouble with looping. If you put the button on the one, you often lose your kick. Have you ever? Yeah, it's terrible. So the reason I keep looking at this guy because he's a beatboxer. Anyway, so we should just do the song.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Hexapus away from the eye.
Hexapus away from the eye. I don't actually have a list for this song.
No.
You just have to remember.
Now, do I have that on looping for this one?
We
haven't done this one much. Guinea pigs. Okay, here we go. No, I don't think I need the guitar on looping at all. Won't matter. Okay, here we go.
You don't do the...
No, that's...
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's just with my face. Okay, here we go. Good luck, everyone.
Osculate.
Osculate.
Osculator.
Oh, and also, because, if only we could understand each other's love languages really easily, if only we had the Babelfish d'amour. And so I mentioned the Babelfish d'amour, Babelfish from Douglas Adams. Yeah, so it involves the love of the Babelfish d'amour. Here we go, so... As we osculate in the bucolic crepuscular pulchritude, may it vindicate so phlegmatic and stolid a man's virtude. Are my glabrous words in the fuscus light an incursion of succor for the recondite, as we osculate in the bucolic crepuscular pulchritude? So foul and fair a phrase I have not seen nor had perchance to hear. Beauty lies in the beholder's eye, as well as nose, touch, tongue, and ear. Societal expectations belied with false compares. When seldom is heard a discouraging word, I think my love is rare as we osculate in the bucolic crepuscular pulchritude. But the patois of passion, the parlance of emotion, the eclectic dialects of desire and devotion aren't only written and spoken, they're conveyed just as much in good deeds and sharing of time, gifts and touch as we osculate in the bucolic crepuscular pulchritude. Is the way that they show love, the way they know love, their own particular vernaculars, the knack to articulate is spectacular. Giving present, being present, representing it in word, a helping hand, holding hands, hoping what's implied's inferred as we osculate in the bucolic crepuscular pulchritude. May it vindicate so phlegmatic and stolid a man's virtue, and my glabrous words in the fuscus light an incursion of succor for the recondite. May the Babelfish d'amour cure your cupid fear. When the moon hits your eye and the cat gets your tongue, quickly stick it in your ear. Ah, the Babelfish d'amour, comprende por favor. Es ist Lingo von Liebe, Jargon genauso, ist un petit amor, parle comme Cyrano. This is a really cute thing. Ready? I'm going to bash my face in sevens with a microphone, and because 7 doesn't divide into 24, it means actually, what's 4 times 7? 28. Because sorry, no, other way around. Oh, I can't speak English. What's 4 times 6? 24. Okay, because 7 doesn't divide into 24, it'll fill all the gaps. Check it out. You ready? Oh, it's very Steve Reich, isn't it? Anyone who knows Steve Reich? Yeah. As we oscillate in the bucolic crepuscular pulchritude that's kissing in the country sunset, may it vindicate so phlegmatic and stolid a mansitude that's digging the gentle calm, you bet. My glabrous words in the fuscus lie, an incursion of succor for the recondite. That smooth talking, dimly lit, give a little care when we're slim of wit, yeah. Here we are, sing it up, everyone. Kissing in the country sunset, digging the gentle calm, you bet. Smooth talking, dimly lit, give a little care when we're slim of wit, yeah. Here we go. On the express train to expressing. I've expressing's just a saying when overlooking an oversight over what it you surveying. Extraordinary means exceptional, the exception being the more ordinary bit to be in awe. For some is awesome, but it's awful if you're already full of it. As we oscillate in the bucolic crepuscular pulchritude, kissing in the country sunset. As we oscillate in the bucolic crepuscular pulchritude, kissing in the country sunset. As we oscillate in the bucolic crepuscular pulchritude, kissing in the country sunset. As we oscillate in the bucolic crepuscular pulchritude, kissing in the country sunset. As we oscillate in the bucolic crepuscular pulchritude, kissing in the country sunset. As we oscillate in the bucolic crepuscular pulchritude, kissing in the country sunset. As we oscillate in the bucolic crepuscular pulchritude, kissing in the country sunset. Oscillating the bucolic crepuscular pulchritude, kissing in the country sunset. As we oscillate in the bucolic crepuscular pulchritude, kissing in the country sunset. As we oscillate in the bucolic crepuscular pulchritude, kissing in the country sunset. As we oscillate in the bucolic crepuscular pulchritude. That's probably the most ridiculous one we do, I think. Oh, we could. We've
I
got
reckon we
5
go out
minutes.
on a bang and do Win.
Win.
Because you can't sing anything after you do that one.
This is a song called Win. It's a song about winning. But a lot of songs about winning involve someone losing, which is terrible. You know, I don't want people to lose. So I've tried to write this song like a win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win-win situation. Okay, and it's in 4/4, but it's got a strange. Except it's got this weird 8 against 3 bit in the middle, which will make you fall over anyway. Sorry. Anyway, it's still danceable, I promise. And in fact, to prove it, I'm going to do some interpretive dance at the end of this. And I might use your glass, but don't worry, I won't spill a drop. That's a threat, not a promise. Okay, here we go. Oh, can you give me a C, Kai?
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on. No, that's still one. What? Can't speak. Yes, by the end of this, you can see it's pretty inspiring music. It's very rousing. And by the end, I will do some interpretive dance. But you need to know this song contains the worst pun that I've ever written. You don't have to wait too long for it. It'll be so worth it. Here it comes. I don't like being competitive. I only like to win. To lose is just a place in France. It's Leeds that I'll be in. But it gets lonely at the top, and so I'll form a team. I'll find a fine, like-minded mob whose eyes all share the gleam. Yeah. But victory is not enough. We'll win without a fuss. The losers will feel honored that they got to lose to us. No cheating, drugs, or teasing thugs will play the model role. With charm and grace we'll win the race. One love will be our goal. Yada da 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 da. Yada da da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. But triumph's really just the start. Our quest will never rest till all the winners of the world agree that we're the best. And still we'll strive for greater glory. History will concur. Forevermore they'll all recall how great we really were. The universe, eternity, no boundaries in our way. This plan is good, and now I should decide what game to play. being non-competitive. I am the best bar none. If you're the same, then we can claim a win for everyone. A win for everyone. A win for each and every one. Thank you so much. Thanks so much, everyone. It's been lovely to play for you. Kylie Morrigan on the violin and all this stuff.
Thank you. Mal Webb. If you want to know anything about any of the crazy stuff that Mal does, you can check out his website, malwebb.com.
Yeah, if you're really into
Very
the math
easy.
stuff, we also do a Risset rhythm song, which is pretty fun, one that endlessly speeds up by doubling the tempo over the loop and fading stuff in and faded out. It's quite fun.
And
But
there's heaps of stuff on YouTube of beatboxing stuff, but also a really cool video clip of the Give It Up
Give It
song
Up, yeah.
with a video loop at the end with 16 mals ends up with. And
Can only be good.
Very cool.
And if you're actually into maths, and I suspect there's a few, there's one where I've used, if you go to my website and go to irrational delays, I've used irrational numbers as a delay time. And it means you end up with, check it out, it's so good. So if you use phi, it fills up the groove in a phi-like manner, as in an even manner. It's ridiculous. So much fun. And also, yeah, so all these different irrational numbers I've been mucking around with. Anyway,
But
something
thank you
to
to
go
the Bell for having us. Yay. Yeah, we'll have a break.
Yeah, why not? Oh, actually, where's our sound guy gone?
Stevie.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's good. He needed a break, so that's good. Yeah.
He
'cause-
worked so hard tonight. Thanks, Stevie. You were fabulous.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Oh, there he is.
Yay!
Hey, thanks, Stevie.
Yay!
You did. It's a very good, it's a lovely sound system. It's very satisfying, so thank you.